let's talk about understanding your dosha, which is your Ayurvedic mind-body type. Your dosha, mind-body type, and why this is important and why this is helpful. Ayurveda is elemental theory. It is based on the 5 elements: ether, air, fire, water, and earth, in that sequence from most subtle to most overt. And it takes those elements and combines them into 3 combinations known as the doshas, which are vata, pitta, and kapha. Vata is the most subtle. It's made up of ether and air. Pitta is made up of fire plus a little bit of water. Kapha is made up of water and earth, so it's the most dense. When you look at this system, it talks about how all matter is made up of these 5 elements. And through that comes a combination of 3 doshas. These are the elemental mind-body types. And it's how your mind is made up and how your body is made up. All of these elements have qualities to them. So 5 elements, each element has a particular set of qualities about them. And there are 20 total qualities, and they're known as the 10 pairs of opposite qualities. We live on a polarity planet. So there are polar opposites that exist on this planet. And the 10 pairs of opposite qualities have balancing and imbalancing effects on us. And so by knowing our own qualities, our own dosha, our mind-body type, and knowing the qualities of the outside world and our inside world, we can more easily navigate our life, the things we put into our body, the things that we do in the outside world. We can do those things knowing that some things are going to cause balance and some things are going to cause imbalance. When you understand the opposite qualities, you can predict how one thing will react or respond to another thing. So for example, when something is very hot and you mix it with something that is cold, it's going to bring balance, or it's going to neutralize it or make it warm or room temperature. So we know this is like very basic, but we know that this is how things impact each other. Same is true for our bodies. If we tend to run really hot and we have arthritic conditions or any kind of inflammation and we have acid reflux, that's all showing like heat on heat on heat in the body. And if you add more heat via spicy foods and hot climates and alcohol, which is a fiery liquid, or things like that, it's going to add heat into an already overheated system and cause imbalance. But if you understand this concept, then you know that, okay, I have a fiery constitution, a fiery mind-body type. I need cooling things to help bring balance and neutralize the heat. So you take opposites and you treat the root cause with the opposite qualities. And this can get really complex, but just for a simple example, that is one. So like increases like, and opposite qualities balance each other. Understanding the nature of our symptoms is everything. Understanding the nature of our symptoms is everything. Okay? If you're super hot, you need to cool down, hottie. If you run super cold, you need to warm up. You need to get warm. You need to drink warm liquids. You need to eat warm foods. You need to dress appropriately. You need to put yourself in warmer environments. This is basic, but there it can get so much deeper. And so 20 qualities, 10 pairs of opposite qualities. This is hot and cold, wet and dry, subtle and gross, mobile and static or stable, light and heavy, flowing and dense. There's clear and cloudy, sharp and dull, hard and soft, rough and smooth. Why? Why is that important? Our 5 senses. So every single day we're doing this through what we eat, or what we taste, what we smell, what we see, what we hear, and what we feel or touch. This is how we take in the outside world inside. So when we know the medicine to take into our senses, we can live much more in harmony and in balance than if we are taking in things that are increasing our symptoms, like increases like. But if we're treating ourselves and taking in the world through our senses, through opposites to bring balance, we're gonna have a much better time. And I think that's what we all want, right? To have a much better time and to lessen our suffering. So when we understand the nature of our own body, how our own personal bodies react to the world and what we take in, Then we can look at the nature of our disharmonies, dis-ease, and say, okay, what are the qualities of it? So always breaking something down into like, what are the qualities? Instead of just looking at, oh, I have arthritis, it's like, oh, I have inflammation that's in my joints, that has traveled to my joints. What am I taking in, or what am I doing, probably on a consistent daily basis, to cause excess heat in my system? If there's excess water and there's water retention or edema, or there's excess mucus in the lungs, what am I doing to take in excess moisture, wetness, dampness, and how can I remedy that with the opposite quality? You look at your own personal nature. What are the tendencies and the qualities of your own personal mind body type, your dosha? What are the qualities of your disharmony or your dis-ease? And what are the qualities needed for your remedies? This is the magic of Ayurveda. This is the magic of understanding your dosha. This is the magic of all magic. So if this is of any kind of interest to you, I'm teaching a workshop on it tomorrow night, Tuesday, from 6 to 7 p.m. PST, and you're invited. I'd love to have you there. Of course, we'll probably only be able to cover this much in an hour of this much of a body of knowledge. I hope to see you there.